Can't believe I believe everything we ever did. You're naive of me to achieve from your past. Really, you need to dream of me having your kiss. Love is so bright and so bright when it's wrong. I can't believe I fell for you. You know what I was at. I'm naive to believe that to me you're what you did. Really, so need to compete when you cheat with a woman. But now I'm alone. Gotta be another guy. Myself, all I got in the end is what I found out. Anything don't need to cry. Now I will be my own best friend. Be myself, that's all I got in the end is what I found out. Anything don't need to cry. Now I will be my own best friend. Probably you say that you love me, but you don't. Your family told me one day I'll succeed on my own. Next thing I know, I'm dreaming. Free, it's in my own love. So blind, it feels right when it's wrong. Now that it's over, stop calling me, come pick up your phone. You need someone like you feel with me, all me alone. Even your very best friend tried to hold me on the low. Took me some time, but now I am strong. Because I realized I got myself and all I got in the end is what I found out. Anything don't need to cry. Come out there now, I will be my own best friend. Be myself and that's all I got in the end is what I found out. Anything don't need to cry. Come out there now, I will be my own best friend. I be myself. Just like somebody, baby, what you wanna do? I'm ready to love you. I'm ready to do what I do. Sweet position.
All right.
A new Planet Fitness.
All right. That was the smart television. But hey, welcome. Let me get here with this delay here. Welcome. I have some things I would like to talk about. I'll be brief, you guys. I just saw something. Whew. It's a few things I would like to say to you. Okay. So welcome. How you doing, Vibrant? How you doing? Living my best life. How are you, Bubbles? I haven't seen you in a while, Bubbles, since you last got me in trouble. But I have so much more on my plate right now. Bubbles, right? Yeah, I thought you was taking a break. You now the sorcerer apprentice. That's fine. I might be taking a break, Bubbles. It really depends. So I'm filling this all out. But yeah, some things may actually take me. Some real things may actually take me away. Is that what you came here to say? I hope you didn't come here to say that. Bubbles wrote, please tread lightly. Let's do that. But um, so I saw something real quick, and maybe some of you guys may have seen it. This from a live. I don't know if it's still the person may be still alive, or maybe they ended it. But I saw this, and I didn't see the live from top to bottom. You guys, I didn't even see half of it because you know these lives be going on for like 5-6 hours. I don't do all of that, and you guys have been follow. For those that have been following me, you know what's been going on. So I haven't really been paying attention. But this is what I saw. I want to start with Rob Rack. He was just recently fresh off of a panel, and the content creator had made a decision that he's not a fit for the channel, and I don't have a problem with that at all. But I just wanted to point that out because that was the first one that I've seen do that. So perhaps if other people have an issue with them, perhaps they could consider like or know all of that the options that are available to them, because you can tell someone that they're not a fit to your panel. But while he was there, they asked a question concerning just respect of women and children, and it was a very basic question, and he took them like around the world and I not to answer but just to react or respond. So yes, he did react to the question that was asked. Yes, he did respond, but he did not answer. He did not answer the question as it was framed and as it was stated. So it was more so like, and I could be paraphrasing, but it's more so like, yo, like, can you say that you respect women and children? Like with how you carry on and go about, with something like that, related to something like that, and that of that nature. And he started out with going into how he's such of a man, and that how he, just before even answering, but how he's so much of a man, and how he says what he wants. You know, so people, that's a deflection. That is so a deflection. That was not the topic. That was not the subject, whether he's a person that does what he wants. We're all adults here, so we could assume that every individual and soul here, we could start with that assumption. Sure, we're going to be off with some people. We're going to find that there's some adults here that don't do what they want, but for the most part, that applies to every adult here, regardless to sex and gender. Okay, if you're independent, you do what you want. Okay, we are, you know how the community we come from, the Black community. If you're grown, that assumption applies to that. If you're grown, you do what you want. When a person turns to you and say, "Look, I'm grown," they're telling you, "I do what the fuck I want." So we get that part, but he kind of messed it through all of that mess. Now I know where that comes from. That, you know, that whole talking point of how he does what he wants, like when discussing what he does. So that becomes a deflection. But during that whole thing, I just wanted to point that out though, how he couldn't like directly answer that, and it went into this whole thing about simps and effeminate males and stuff like that, and it has nothing to do with it. If you ask me personally, one indicator, a strong indicator of a feminine male, is a male who go around attacking women and children. So I'm not going to rush to say that's a masculine trait. So if we're going to put gender to it, when I say gender, you guys, I'm talking about masculine versus feminine. But if you're going to do that, I don't know why I would have a place, but if you're going to do that, I'm going with the feminine side. I believe men who attack women and children are feminine. I believe that's a feminine trait. Period. So those are my thoughts there. Also, and I'll be real short unless I read the chat and see something else to push it to further discussion and bring the push the discussion along. And I'm sorry if I have a lot of gaffes in my speech, but I'm still not right. Okay. But I got a moment. I'm like, I think I can speak to this. So I'm struggling through this myself, and I think it's good for me. I haven't really slept since Wednesday, you know, and I noticed I lost 6 pounds not trying to. 6 pounds, and it's less than a week. It's not even Wednesday. We're on Sunday. I guess it could have been water weight. So from Wednesday to Sunday, a 6 pound difference. It's worry and it's anxiety. Let's see. Bubbles, I thought you were taking a break. Okay, Bubbles. Okay, Rod Rack is interesting. Of course, please like and share the video. How you doing, Rodney? Thanks for joining us. Larry, how are you? It's good to see you, Larry. Rod Rack is 6'3", so I give him a break because I'm a sucker for tall men. Yeah, but a break to what? You know, because you can be 6'3", and if you just don't make much sense, you just don't make much sense. You see? You know, so a lot of what we do here, like we call it dragging. It's a range of stuff, but it's all verbal. It's all communication. I guess if communication is designed to build people up, or if it's designed to tear people down and drag them, it's still all communication based. And he just needs to focus on making sense. Because that falling on I'm a man, or I'm a man and I say so, that shit don't go. That shit do not go at all. Like, I'm a man and I say so, because I'm sensing that. Okay, you're a man. And do men have to remind people they're men? Do secure men have to do that? I don't know. It's a question that I have. It's tiresome. I'm gonna skip over you, Bubba. How you doing, Auntie Donna? It's good to see you. Thanks. And I can see that you share me out. Thank you so much, Donna. The shares are very supportive. Thank you. Keep praying, you guys. No, they do not have to say it. You're right. And that's all. Yeah. So like, I'm not enamored with him, and he seems to be his like his greatest cheerleader, and that's fine. You know, I don't know, but I'm gonna leave that. So Kiki got on, and he had, I guess, what people are dubbing an honest moment. I want to talk about that honest moment. So while Rod Rack was up there, when they asked him that, I guess Kiki knows all about deflection. So he kind of like inserted himself, and he was like, "Yo," he was like, "No." Like this when Rob was going into the masculine and emasculated men. I'm like, what does that have to do with the only question we frame to you is like, can people say like you're a person that respects women and children? That's it. Like I don't know how we move on to masculine and feminine and top, bottom, and versatile and all this gender-based roles shit. But Kiki had chimed in and inserted himself, and he said, "Yo, it's not about that. It's about hypocrisy." This is what I tell Ken too in my addresses. You can watch each and every address that I have of his when I'm calling out his hypocrisy. He says it's an issue of hypocrisy. He said because that would be the equivalent of someone trying to make out that I'm a protector of women and children. He said, "Do you know what I say?" He was saying that you can never reasonably say that about me. And he was saying, likewise, you say all the very similar shit like my mouth is. So if they can't say that about me, they can't say that about you. So it was like a whole honest moment or whatever. I'll give him that. It was an honest moment, but I felt like he was just catching. So I felt like he was just catching up with the rest of us. So Kiki finally said today what we've been saying all along. But here's the thing that didn't get a chance to come out. It didn't get a chance to come out, because it wasn't about Kiki. But this address is, so I'm gonna make it about Kiki. He has said that. Actually, he entered this sector saying, "I'm here to protect the black women from the gay black men." That was his whole MO. Who was here when Kiki first entered this sector, coming in here saying that that would be his aim and his objective? Can I see a 1 in the chat if there's anybody who tenure in the beef sector goes back long? or before Ken, and you remember when he entered and his whole little pitch. There you go. So thank you so much. I'm seeing one from Laurie Sullivan. Thank you so much. So yeah, so that was his whole pitch, and throughout he went back and forth, no matter how vicious and nasty. Yes, he's very. It, my phone is going to ring, you guys, in the background. There's no way I can turn it off. Y'all know what's going on. Hello. Hey. Hey, can you hear me? Yeah, let me call. Just make sure you pick up, but I had to call you back like in 30 minutes. Okay, all right, bye-bye. That was my best friend checking on me. She's been doing it. ZX did the same thing. Of course, there's no difference. Like they're disgusting towards children and women. But men gets it. Men gets it too. So like they really don't discriminate. I won't say like. Yeah, like when you all the examples that they put out, it's too consistent. Like you can't chalk it up to being an isolated incident. Like some of us or us having a bad day or waking up on the wrong side of the futon. Like, no, this is your MO. This is your modus operandi. Like, this is how you move. And so, like, yeah, some people are really big on dragging the fuck out of children, like what we would call like vulnerable or softer targets, and women and older women, like seniors, and they don't really care. And there's no difference, like how they would come at a man versus how they would come at an older woman or a child. And you really should. This whole adult sector, children shouldn't even be a topic. Period. That's why I don't even mention my what I have going on. I just don't mention because I know how this shit works. Let me look towards the chat, please. My head is spinning, you guys, but I'm here. Okay. I know I'm probably missing people. If I miss you, maybe if you say hello again, I'll see you. But what is up, Brick Girl? How are you? Living my best life if I haven't said you already. Brick Girl, Vibrant, Larry. Is that the door? Wait a minute. I want to know if that's my door. Dreamy Genie Blue, thank you so much for dropping in. It's good to see you. How are you, Wild Seed? Okay. It's good to see you, Wild Seed. I said Rodney. Oh yeah, I heard about Rodney being modded. And it's cool, and I hope you enjoy your tenure. But I want to be vocal. I do believe there was some shade. Nothing against you, Rodney, but I believe somebody tried to mix shade just in the process of modding. I know how that works. It's like, but who are they trying to shade in doing that? Yeah, but that was very out of place for that person. Like I have a whole history in my head of how this person moves. Okay, wait a minute. That is the door. Hold on. Okay. Whew. All right. Yeah. Because of the circumstances, you have like spontaneous visitors coming by, checking, and trying to get updates and stuff like that. So I'm trying to keep it. It's just been a lot of, for you guys that's been following my last lives. It's been a lot. So people have been coming in, checking through, trying to get updates. So I'm trying to keep that limited, like to family. I'm trying because the person who is suffering right now was like a lot of things to the community. So it's all these non-family members. Like, oh, that person was like my second this and my second that and my second. So, and I'm looking at them. I'm like, yeah, I know they had an impact on you, but like, you know, I'm not going to detail medical stuff and stuff like that to you. But let's get it. But they just want to know because this person like really is like a pillar. So if you hear me breathing hard, that's how I've been since Wednesday, you guys. It's good to see you guys in here with me though. Let's get it. Thank you. Shortly after I was mild, that lady tried to die. What? I don't know what lady he's talking about. That was Rodney saying that he was shortly after. What? What lady? Rodney, maybe you can get me unblocked at Jay Wilson's house. Maybe. But Jay Wilson likes to deal with people personally because he does this whole thing that pretty much is like he receives it as ass kissing. Like it's like you have to email me and then I have to respond and I have to sit like bro. Like stop it. I saw that. Let me see, Rodney. Rodney, the girls are mad. Vibrant, she need a life. I don't even know who the girl is. Let me see. Rodney, you became fodder for content. Dreamy right. Rodney, put a name on it. Oh Lord. You blocked over there. Rodney, I'm blocked. He blocked me from both of my accounts. So I had one account where people would see me on there. He blocked both of mine. And he did it himself. His mods didn't do it. Because his mods know that I didn't do anything to get blocked. He just wanted me out. He likes to be the smartest person in the room, and he can't achieve that when I'm there. So, because I know a little more about the topics that he tends to bring up than he does. Y'all know the whole thing. Like y'all know he got the whole same gender loving thing from me. So he shops and listens to me at times. Let's get it. I'm blocked too. Bubble, it was a nut. Oh, called 7 stars. Wow. Wow, so you got her dealing with you. Okay. Watch your back, bro. Watch your back. Vibrant, really, wow. So you guys are talking amongst each other, okay, about what's going on. So yeah, so that was the last that I had about my daughter Ken. He had an honest moment. But it was more that had to be said. You know, he was like, because the way he put it to Rob on rap so plainly as if it was an understanding that he has. And I don't think Kiki has that understanding. I believe today, on this day, for his own intentions and purposes, he had that understanding. But what happened last week? That's my whole point. What happened last month? And he goes back and forth. And yes, there are times where he tries to portray himself as being an advocate of sorts, or some type of person who champions children and women. He does have his own moments, and it's just like, yo, bro, like we're not blind and deaf and mute, like, you know, like we're not remedial, like we know what we see, like so it's that whole, it's not enough what would they call that? Damage control. It's not enough damage control. Yeah, that can take that away. That shit is etched in our minds forever, permanently. You know. Let's see. I'm probably. Hey, how you doing, Nehar? It's good to see you. I'm glad you dropped in. So, guys, I'm watching on my TV. So, okay, no doubt. I watch this shit on my TV too. But right now, I'm in my device because I'm at the chat. I laughed about it. She didn't find anything, so it backfired on her. I guess it's Roddy still speaking, living that part. Okay, Nihar. Hey, y'all made my shit. Hey, how you doing, Muffy? It's good to see you, Muffy. I'm glad you dropped in. Okay, very carry. Pass it. It's the first for me. I don't know what y'all was talking about, Vibrant, when you said it's the first for me. First what? Let's see. I do remember Jay Wilson cursing her out for no reason. I'm not even sure. Is he talking about 7 stars? I'm not even sure. Oh yeah, and I haven't really caught a lot. And when I see it, of course, I'm still like in that mindset, like this shit don't really matter at this point with all that I'm looking at and all that I'm going through. But I did see what was I gonna say? My head is spinning. Oh, Wally, the whole yo, kid, kid is like a preschool dropout. Like I honestly believe he dropped out in preschool. Like, but I think he was trying to. I saw a title of his. I think he spelled Wally Wally. I told you guys. See, a lot of you black sector people, you guys aren't really anchored in the beef sector. You're not really connected as you think you are. Because a lot of y'all like it's like y'all trying to emerge historians. It's like no, y'all don't even know that. But that's more proof that Ken is such an infant. First of all, he don't originate from the beef sector. I believe Lady Snoop shitted him out over here, honestly. But you can tell he's so new. He's still like an infant. Like y'all know, like when other things come back, like he'll try to jump on it, and when he jumps on it, because he know that he's also entertaining a new audience from people from the black sector who don't know, who only go on what he tell them. Like he tries to bank on that. So, and what I mean by like he'll start like topics and be so familiar. We call like here locally we have slang here in my city, Philadelphia, and we call it being Josephine or Joe. We call it being Joe, and it's like it's something you don't want to be called. But it's like when someone said, sometimes you may hear the phrase Joe Familiar. They'll say, y'all know I don't do the N word, but I gotta be authentic, okay? So they'll be like, that nigga is Joe Familiar, that bitch is Joe Familiar, or she Joe, he Joe. But that means you're so pretentious in such a way that you're so fucking fake that you would fake being familiar with someone. Like you'll try to pump fake that, like, and see if you can get that wall between the eyes. He does that with a lot of different people. You know what I mean? Like so he don't even know Wally. He wasn't even here in the sector when Wally was here. Wally left before Ken even entered. And this is why he don't know that Wally name is spelled Willey, not Wally. Like Wally World. But yo, like he be struggling in that. Same thing I could remember, like he don't have no connection to Sean Bradley, but a lot of the OGs do. And what Ken does is keep Sean Bradley's name in his mouth so that people can begin associating him with the OG types, like the Shelleys, these people that was at Vegas Gate. You understand what I'm saying? The Shelleys and the Joyces and the James, the Spill It Boys and stuff. So he does that, and these new people, like when they hear him mentioning Sean Bradley, this is the association they're making because they don't have much to go on, and they're like, "Oh, okay, so I guess he's of that crew, like with the Shelleys," and it's just like, no, not even close, not even close. He don't have that impact. He's a Johnny Come Lately that when he entered in here, he was very affluent and articulate in gay vernacular. Like that's the one thing we didn't put him up with. Like actually, he scored some of the LGBT people, like on what trade is, so on and so forth. I lie to you not. The people that been here heard it. So I'm just keeping it a book. Y'all say what the fuck y'all want. Also, having a child, if it's your child, and having a wife, does not make a male heterosexual. You can have that. So I'm not stupid. And I know my people. So and I know men that are less than heterosexual, wherever the title is. But if you're less than heterosexual, meaning you're liking more than females, and I mean that. I'm sorry if I miss anybody, and I think I did. How you doing, Queen TC? If I'm saying it right, TC. How are you? Okay. Dreamy Genie Blue, I said. Okay. Yeah. So that's I don't think I miss anybody else. Thank you so much for dropping in. Rodney, okay. But I haven't really been reading. Can get yeah, he gets mad quickly, very mad. But I think he wake up and choose anger. Let me see. The fallout from Vegas Gate was epic, exactly. And so like, and a lot of those people that I guess my point is bubbles with that is today in 2003, like if it's anybody that wasn't around then, but they're now part of the B sector, um, it's easy to be associated with that if Sean Bradley's name is in your mouth as much as it is in Shelley's mouth. You see what I'm saying? Like in those people that was part of that, and a view is a view. She was there. She was a part of that. But it's yeah, like you can kind of like you see what I'm saying? Like try to pull the pump fake. You can kind of like be deceptive without lying. You know, you can do that. You can trick these people. Because honestly, it's no reason. Like because Vegas Gate came and died and had a funeral. Like before Ken even entered this place, there's no reason why he should even have Sean Bradley's name. They have no connection, no connection. But he's trying to get in on something. So they have no connection. Like the only people that would have should have a problem with it's those Vegas Gate people and people that go back to OGs. You know, not the mini me's. Okay, let's see. I'm breathing through this, y'all. I'm trying to get through it. Yeah, please try to eat. Yeah, I have um. So like from Wednesday, I haven't had much of an appetite, and then yesterday, my cousin she went with me to the hospital, and afterwards we got a bite to eat. We went to Wendy's, and I got me some fries and a spicy chicken sandwich, and that was like really like the first thing like I really got down in a long time. And right after that, it put me out. It was just one sandwich, but I guess because it's been so many days and I didn't have an appetite. So and today I've been eating too. I had me a breakfast sandwich. So I'm trying to slowly like get back. And I told you I wasn't myself, and I'm still not myself. So everything kind of gets thrown out of whack, and I kind of have this sharp focus on the issue. So yeah, and I was trying to maintain going to work doing it all, and it's the most difficult. It was the most difficult thing, you know, because of course I'm not going to leave my job, but the feeling is like, remember when I said nothing else matters, you guys? Like that feeling that comes over me that nothing else matters but this situation was telling me that my job don't matter. Like that's how bad it was. But I'm still at work, putting on my best face, and getting through the day, doing things to get through the day. It's been deep. I ain't gonna go all through it, but I can never. Even this live is an escape. But I haven't been sleeping. But I keep myself around 432 HZ music. It's like a tone, guys. It's a healing tone. 432 HZ. I mean, listening to that every day since Wednesday, and prayer. Like this is all you hear. Like when I log off and get in, it's all you hear in my house. So, and honestly believe it's working. Honestly believe it's working. So today and I still have a visit to go. You guys, where I'm at is 4:14. So when I get off this live, I'm gonna go make a visit. Hopefully, I see something bright. But I went today earlier this morning, and today was the first hopeful sign. But the person is still very, very sick, very still very sick. But today was the first hopeful sign that I saw that made me feel a little lighter. But just keep the prayers for me, please, 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 because things can quickly turn back. You know. Let's see. Um, all the lovely people in here, all the spirits in here. See, Vibrant Law. I agree with you, living my best life. You have to get sleep. Vibrant. Okay, let me read this in its entirety. You have to get sleep, eat healthy. Doesn't have to be a lot, and drink water. So might as well. Okay, so yeah, my best friend, she's been telling me that. I remember Lady Nika dog out and chased off YouTube. Um, over here, okay, that's fine. Bubbles, if that's your perception, but over here we respect her. Like, yeah, I know I haven't done that with anybody. Like, really got came that direct, but I'm gonna start eventually doing that. But yeah, like, and I'm not saying your comment was disrespectful. I'm saying don't get disrespectful. With her name, please, not here. Because I know you're a troll, Bubbles, and you already know I think you're a troll. We done had that conversation. I done made many lives about you, battling you, all that shit. How are you, Jen Jen? It's good to see you. Don't overdo it. I'm trying not to, Jen Jen. Um, and I just gotta breathe. Call up under me body hole. Wow. Okay, that was TC. While she said Bubbles word, I wasn't around when that happened. Okay. Um, I can relate to what you're talking about. Okay, well, she said. Yeah, you have the flu. No, Jen Jen. I guess that's what you're hearing is fatigue because it's like a sleep since Wednesday and little appetite and me losing 6 pounds. Um, positive vibes. TC said. Brick Girl says he's praying. Yeah, and that's all I ask for you guys. And I honestly think it's working. My prayers will continue. Thank you, by request 99. And by request 99, did you check your Insta? Because I did reach out to you. I did. It's about like 2 days ago, maybe 3 days ago. I can't remember. My head is still spinning. So I'm just breathing through this. Okay. Oh, no doubt, Bubbles. You wrote, I removed it. Thank you so much. When we get sad, we have to be too kind. When we get sad, we have to be kind to ourselves. How about that? I'll take that, Jin Jin. Living my best right. Okay, let me try this again. Living my best life, bro. Yeah, that breathing you're doing is anxiety. Slow breaths, boo. Okay, no doubt. Yes, yes. I know. Yeah, I've been suffering from anxiety like since Wednesday. Yeah, it is. And I just haven't done it on here. But yeah, I broke down and everything. Like, of course. Like, this is how I've been able to come up on here and tell you guys that I'm not right. So that's how I knew I wasn't right. I just didn't break down that word yet. So Bubbles wrote troll, okay. I might be the next Pizarro. Good idea, living my best life. Rosa got I I don't anything about your secret alliances with people, but I can. It's not that deep, Bubbles. I still feel like you're trolling. It's not a secret alliance, but it is an exception, like to what I have done. But I knew eventually an exception would, and it won't just be Lady Nika, but right now it's Lady Nika. But yeah, but yeah, like there would be exceptions eventually. Like the longer I'm on here, like yeah, like there's certain people that I want extremely comfortable. Yeah, and she's one of them. So like yeah, Like I would actually, like as other people, like if I would just let it ride, and kind of like see like if they respond. But like with her, I'm not going to even see like if they respond. Like I'm just going to speak to it immediately. Okay, we'll be fine. I try to get into hobbies because escape is okay. I tried to get into hobbies with guys. Unless you call this right here gossip, and I haven't even been much into this since Wednesday, right? But unless you call this here, but like nah, like I still kind of had that thing like nothing matters but this particular thing, you know, nothing but the health of this person. That's fine with me. TC, I suffered too. Walks helped me get out of my own head. Okay, or white noise. I had rain or ocean background noise. That helps. I've been keeping that around me, TC, those type of healing type tones and stuff like that, or what I think helps. Like I told you, it was the 432 8Z tone or music, and just lots of prayer, audio prayers and stuff like that. Okay, noted. Okay, anxiety leads to panic attacks. I wonder if I ever had. I always had anxiety, a lot of anxiety, and of course it came back from the situation, like triple fold. So right now I feel like I was when I was on medication for my anxiety. Um, the ocean noise don't help me. I think that's one of the things that help for some. The rainwater or the ocean don't help for me. It's not common to me. But it did come up because of the algorithm, you guys. So when I was looking up healing tones and the 432 AZ, of course the ocean shit would come up, and that shit would just automatic. The way my smart television is, it comes on automatically. Like if you don't stop it, like it'll just come on like automatically. And that shit was making me more anxious. Like I was like, "What is this?" But it was making me more anxious. So I had to actually turn that water sound off. Let's see. But the 432 tone it helped, and I got my first nap where I laid where I laid myself down from the 432 AC. So I have had small little naps from Wednesday to now. They've been small little naps that may last for 2 hours here, 3 hours there, and I would get up and function and do what I had to do the next day. Wait a minute. See, I get stuck like this, but it's just the anxiety. I wasn't going to break down or nothing, but I just get stuck like this. What's what I said? Let me look back. Oh, here it is. That's what I was going to point out. The difference between laying yourself down and your body laying yourself down. So my body, from Wednesday to today, my body has been knocking me out, and I'll wake up, and then that's when I realized, like, wow, my body put me down good. I got rest. But then when I look at the time, I see like, oh, it was like 3 hours here, 4 hours there. But yesterday was the first time I actually laid myself down and went to sleep. Yes, it was only for 4 hours, but it was to the 432 HZ shit. And it was me actually putting myself down, not my body putting me down. There's a difference. So I told myself I'm going to stay with that, because even when I was up and listening to it, I felt, you can't be too sure, but I was feeling for it. But I felt like even if I didn't get sleep, I felt like it had a calming effect on me. And I knew I could benefit from it. Yeah, because I've been on the edge lately. So, and that's why I've been keeping my ass off here. Like, I don't want to do nothing crazy and burn no bridges and, say nothing crazy. With someone I love or care about. So, um, exercise help too. Um, I've been trying Vibrant, but it's taking me away from my exercise regimen. That's another thing, and I've been keeping up with it up until Wednesday. But that's another thing that my brain is like, that's another thing that don't matter, you know. At this point, um, welcome, Miss B Town. Hester, thanks for dropping in. Truly appreciate you allowing us into your life and sharing your heart. It shows you're a class act and loving man, right? And I kind of know how I am, and I kind of know like what individuals, because it's only like I can count them on my hand that I think would have this kind of impact. Yes, like I've been telling you guys about deaths, but these were different deaths, you know, and these people didn't have the impact on me. Like even like the deaths that I told you about, they were family deaths, like the previous deaths, but this thing here is different with these individuals that like I had this attachment to, who I would die for, and who have such a big impact on me. Yeah, like, and I don't ask for it though. Like, but I can't, people. The reason it's hard for me to talk about it because some people don't believe in how I see myself, but I'm an empath and I have this weird connection with certain people. There are certain, you guys wouldn't believe me, but like my best friend, while I was talking to you guys, my phone rang. I said I'm gonna call you in 30 minutes. That's my best friend. We have a weird relationship. We dream the same things at times on the same night. And she can call me and she can tell me she had a dream, and I can stop her before she details the dream, and I can tell her exactly what happened. And she say, "How do you know?" And I said, "Because last night I was with you and we had the same dream." This has happened many times. Yeah. So throughout my relationship with her, like we've had these weird experiences and stuff like that. So I really feel connected to her in ways, and like she can feel when something is going on. Before I got to tell her about my loved one, she called and asked me, "Was everything all right?" And my response was no. And she said, "Well, what happened?" She said, "Because I had a feeling everything wasn't." And then that's when I told her. Just shit like that. But I'm not shocked by it anymore. But yeah, me and her, and this has happened more than one time. We have had the same dream on the same night, where she can tell you the beginning, and I could stop her in the mid and finish from the middle to the end, and she'll be there to say that's exactly what happened. So having that confirmation, yeah, like that means a lot because it's just not you. And I've had the situations where it's just me and it's convincing as fuck. And it's just you. But when you have that confirmation from an outside person, and when you can complete and finish it, yes. And she's a therapist. She does therapy professional. Let's get this catch. I'm gonna try to read this the chat. It's hard for me to read, you guys. I'm not in my right here. I told you. Let's see. It helps a lot. TC wrote anxiety leads to. Oh, wait a minute. Did I go back too much? Maybe I did. Medieval chance or stop playing with me, especially about. Oh well, okay. Maybe those are. Maybe those are. But some chance came up in the algorithm Viber. Okay. But some of that shit is devilish, if you ask me. Brick Girl wrote, "Did you catch King Roman live this morning? I mean, it was so uplifting." No. Brick Girl, let me know what did he speak about. TC wrote already thumbs up. Did I go back too far? My mind is an unmerciful beast. I have to trick it right to escape. Exactly, Jen. But I'm not. I haven't mastered that. But I know that exercise. I'm familiar with that exercise. I may not be as successful at escaping as you do, but there are exercises, and you do like if you're familiar with anxiety. Like, yeah, it's a tricky thing. Like, is it? Let me to escape it. Walks will make me think too much. Right, certain things will make you think too much. I have to play with my mind. Exactly. And sometimes I have to do something just for a short period and then quickly switch to something else. Okay, um, because I'm not going to be depressed. Okay, I play word games when I get anxiety to trick my mind. Wow. Like, what do you mean? I wonder what you mean. Living my best life by word games. Yeah, you was not alone. So many that suffer from this. Thanks a lot, Jin. That's still good. Power naps are better than 8 hours. Okay, 8 hours of sleep. Yeah, like, I mean, I could tell. I still feel the fatigue, but they do give me like I do feel restored, like coming out of those 3 hour, 4 hour naps, because that's what I got, you know. Like, and I'm used to it. It wasn't like I was getting 8 hours before anyway. I'm gonna let y'all know that. Like, I never was a really an 8 hour person asleep. Like, I'm not that regulated like other people. My sleep never been that normal, really. Never been my norm since I was a child. Crazy. That's a little good. Let's see. Breathing deeply, and I know you're saying regulated, slow it down. I'll do that when I'm off air from this live, and I'm listening like to the 432 because that's like meditation. Shit. And I'll slow it down. Miss B Town writes, my anxiety is off the chain. Okay, no doubt. Vibrant right. I think I experience anxiety, but I have been nervous at times. Okay. Um, Vibrant is awful. And when you have a panic attack, you think you're dying. Yeah, you do. I, um, uh, I don't think I ever had one, but I'm not sure. I've seen people under that. I don't think I ever had experience like that because it's like the heavy breathing. Like, I've seen someone have it, and it looked like someone having an asthma attack. So, let's see. I can tell with your breathing. Yeah, Carrie, I'm going through a lot. I'm not myself. Breathing meditation is underrated. Yeah, it is. And that Ginger wrote that. Miss B Town. See, I'm living my best life. Where my mom kicks in. I wish I was there to help. Oh, she's talking about her instincts. Okay. Vibrant love. My brother gets panic attack when driving. Wow. High bridges are involved. I hope that don't lead to any accidents. Carry with all sis, I can tell you're really concerned. Thank you, Vashti. How are you, Vashti? For dropping in. I hope I didn't miss anybody. Speak time. Okay. I feel so bad for him. Okay, I can tell. I hate to write in the car. Vashti wrote, being an empath isn't easy. Right. I know. Exactly. I know. And it's not. And so just okay, from my experience on here. And no, like before, like coming here, like it wasn't something I would just go around telling people, you know. And yes, I do feel like it's something that's overstated. Like since I've been here, I do believe it's something that's overstated. But I hate when I'm thrown into that same thing because I'm actually an empath. And other people have confirmed this. I've learned before I knew what the word empath was. I learned it from people saying you are an empath. Throughout my life. So it was something that I had, and I never accepted it until I got older, and because it never goes away. But here's the thing: when other people say it, they're always sticking their chest out about it. It seems like they're trying to promote something. I'm really not trying to promote people. I'm trying to inform people that I am. And I have that ability, and it gets in the way. And it's not always a blessing. Like, it's a lot of cursed stuff that comes with. There's a lot of things that you won't enjoy, and you may feel like you don't, that you're not like a normal person with attachment to certain things and people, and you may not be able to distinguish your energy from another person's energy, or your issues from another person's energy. You'll be carrying cargo and luggage that don't belong to you, feelings and emotions that don't belong to you, and you may hold on to them thinking it's yours, and you may not be able to distinguish that it's not yours and that it's someone else's that you're carrying. So you can walk in a room and pick up someone's guilt, someone's shame, and a lot of the stuff that I attract are negative feelings and emotions from different people. So I may just walk in and I don't know. I'm like, okay, why did I just become sad instantly walking in here? I can't even wear jewelry. Like, it's a real thing for me. I can't wear other people's jewelry. Like, I can't accept like jewelry a lot of times from other people. Like, if it was there and they wore it, certain stones. So this is something I found out. But I'm about to thank you guys so much for joining me. Let's see. Yeah, and this all ain't good. Like, that's how I could tell it is a lot of people that fake this shit. You know, because they, when they start saying they're empath and they telling you like all of this like peaches and cream shit, and I'm like, that is not it at all. Like, we tend to attract narcs and everything. Like what the fuck are you talking about? I just read to myself what you wrote, Jin Jin, about you knew I was an empath. Thank you guys for supporting me. That's all I can say. Request by request 99. I just wrote what you wrote. It started with I connect with people who touches my heart. Okay. Doesn't make it easy. Yeah. And I love y'all too. Thank you so much, Carrie. I just wrote, I don't read what you wrote, although my words are twisted. I'm just not in my right head. But I do know how to talk my way through this shit. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Okay, and I see your message, Laurie. And then Muffy, I feel your pain. I have goosebumps right now. I'm praying for you. Yeah, so just keep my loved one in prayer. Like, that's all I ask for. I honestly think it's working. I honestly believe it's working. Chin Chin, we're going to be here as long as you need it. I have to bring out some corny jokes in a minute. Shut up, Ginger. Okay. Um, but thanks for bringing a smile to me. Um, I don't know what you mean. Kerry wrote, "I'm just imagining what genius going through." Gene? I'm not sure what you mean by genius going through. Vashti, as it, so, Vashti writes, "As an empath, I have to protect my energy or to lose it." Yeah, I have to protect mine. Um, I'm not familiar with the losing thing, but maybe you could let me know. And I'm not saying my experience is identical to everybody's, but what do you mean by losing it? Because my shit is always on, and I kind of wish I could turn different things. So because there's a lot of shit that it ain't mine. It's not mine, and I for years I felt like it's unfair because I should only have my shit. And other people's shit should not be mixed up to look like mine, where I'm carrying burdens of other people. It gets heavy and it's not healthy for me. I'm supposed to be an individual. So that has always been like my internal conflict with being an empath, you know? And that's why I do like in my adult life, having the small circles, being around small circles of friends versus the love. Wait a minute, how did Carrie get on my damn smart? I'm watching the Carrie fucking videos on me on my damn smart TV. But yeah, like keeping a small circle, not to deal with all of that, but it feels like shit from people jump onto me. So and I'm and the attachment thing that I'm talking about goes to that. But also there's another attachment that I'm talking about too that I do associate with being an empath, and it probably has nothing to do with being an empath. But I'm talking about those people that I told you is like 4 or 5 people that I would die for. I'm just so attached to them. I think that has something to do with my empath, me being a fucking empath, just being so compassionate and empathetic. My empathy is, I believe, is broader than the average person. Honestly, guys. Like, if I told y'all that I've gotten in fights with humans for killing insects and for harming animals, I have. So, so yeah, yes, I have. Um, And yeah, I kind of picked that up from an organization here in Philadelphia too, that I had a connection with. But yeah, but they would beat your ass. Um, and I covered them in my commentary, but I covered because I covered them on some historical shit. Remember, I got angry with y'all with that one. It was that one topic. I said get that to 50 views, and I said that was historical. But anyway, there's a revolutionary group here in Philadelphia that protects all life, and they don't care about legal law. If they see you harming life, period, regardless to the life is, if they want to, if they feel motivated, they'll whoop your ass or jump you. But they're called the Move Organization. But yeah, they protect our life. So I had that in me. But when I covered them, the reason I covered them because somebody gave a so-called scholar gave out misinformation. They said the only time in American history that the government has ever dropped a bomb on its people was during Black Wall Street. And me being the educated person that I am, I covered it and I corrected them. I said, no, it happened twice. See, Black Wall Street happened in 1929, but at May 13, 1985, the government did that again in Philadelphia, in West Philadelphia, and they dropped a military explosive in a, I still have to breathe, you guys, but in the middle class section of West Philadelphia on top of a fucking row home full of men, women, and children. So this happened in 1985. That's not long ago. So I knew some of the children that was there. Only one child survived that day. He's now dead. He died some years ago. His name is Birdie. But only one child survived that bombing, and only one woman survived that bombing. She's still around. She's old today. But yeah, this was a revolutionary organization that did what was right over the law. They didn't care. The only time they cared about the law is if it was right, is if it was aligned with morality. Because we know that there's times where the law deviate from morality, such as when it did during segregation, or when it did during Jim Crow, when it did during redlining, those things. So the law isn't always right. Remember, the Holocaust was legal. That was the law at the time. So law, yeah, so you can be legal and wrong at the same time, but you cannot be right or wrong at the same time. This is my understanding. This is my principle. So they call themselves revolutionary. They will whoop your ass. They saw you if they wanted to. They was holding protests in front of the Philadelphia Zoo. They'll be out inside those first stores, like in motherfuckers' faces. They come out purchasing furs, fucking with life. So let's get it. But I'm attached that way to life. All right, let's get it. Okay, so I'm gonna get back on track. It's not easy, especially people don't understand it and why we retreat at times. Exactly. And the retreating, sometimes people take it as you rejecting them. That's so not it. It's more so protection. Exactly, Vashi. It can become overwhelming all the time because it's not yours and it feels heavy. And you didn't sign up for it. It's like, and maybe the psychic thing is where the fun is. So when you say that you're an empath, like people, they start thinking it's fun, and it's just like, no, maybe like with the psychics it is. Like, this shit ain't fun, and everything. I don't even see most of it as a blessing at all. Like, I ain't asked for it. Age right with bridges. My family laughed at me because I fooled out. Let me see. I don't know if I went back too much. I don't like it either. Right? Yeah. Well, the great thing about being an empath is that we transform others, and that positive energy comes back to us. Okay. So that was Vashi, and then Jinjin wrote, "You got it, y'all. Just breathe in and out." Doing that, I got to remember living my best route. My best life road. True. Yeah. Yes. I can't even say Yasji. It's hard for me to talk. Take your time, dear. It's okay, love. Okay. Living my best life. Let me slow down. It's hard at times, I agree. Brick girl, right? Deep, slow breaths, y'all. I guess y'all can hear my anxiety. Exactly, yeah. Okay. Empaths have to be aware of energy vultures as well. Yes. But they make me aware of them. You know, some of them are so loud or noisy. Yes, we have to try to separate. We are extremely sensitive, and it's okay. Just be aware and try to separate it. All right, I know. Yeah, it's so fucking extra. I think that's probably why I'm extra. Yeah. Those are the hard days when I just can't get out of bed. It's hard. Okay, that's living. Just breathe and laugh a lot. It helps. You right? Maybe that was depression too, but I'll leave that out. But I'll take that in. I was going to share a moment I had today with myself. and it was dealing with a laugh, but I'm gonna leave that out. Um, yeah, you know, love you, boo. Thank you so much, living my best life. Muffy, we are here for you. Am I rereading shit? Because, you know, I stopped really telling people. Right. Okay, let me hear something. I stopped really telling people that I'm an empath because they may try to use that against you. And that sucks. Okay, but, no, I only stopped doing it because I noticed I spent being a content creator, I spent a lot of time on here. So when I would say it would be on here, and it would be like this whole disbelief, and that was so insulting to me because like I guess up until like me saying it on here, I would say it to people that I know, and I would never get that response, you know. And I'm like, yeah, so I like, you know, I was fucking angry, like because people like, oh, like I honestly was seeing like shit in the chat, like, oh, everybody says that, and it's like, no, 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 no. Like I'm not everybody, I'm your main, and I'm saying I am, like, you get what I'm saying, like, but yeah, and it's like I'm not trying to convince you, but yeah, I'm just informing you. Like this is what it is. And other people made me know. Like I remember the first times hearing the word empath, it was from people telling me that I was. And it was like, go look it up. You'll see, you'll see. And even when I looked it up, I didn't get it. I did once I looked it up, well, of course I got it. I could understand the definition of how they define one, but I still wasn't saying, oh, you're an empath, you know, but you'll see, you'll see. And it never really goes nowhere with everything. You'll see. Things start adding up. Who you attract, other people's energy, just weird situations. You walking into a room, getting the feeling, expressing that feeling to someone that was in the room before you was, and them confirming, like, oh, that's because, oh, 10 minutes before you walked in, there was a situation. And like there's a match to that. And I'm like, no wonder like I feel so fucking dark. Because I was like happy coming in. Like what happened so quickly? Okay, let me get back to these messages, you guys. God makes the very strong and empathetic. Imagine if there were no empaths in the world, right? But I just wish it was a choice. Ginger, like I'm all about my choices. Whew. You know, and it's not. I don't know. People watch too many movies or stuff like that, but it's not what you would see in a fucking movie. Like how people come to think about it. It's not like, oh, I wish I was. Like, no, it's not that at all. While she wrote, Yamaine, I know we don't know each other, but I care about you and I want you to be okay. Thank you so much, While she. It's okay, yeah. I know how you feel, fam. It causes me, this B Town, and it causes me to be alone a lot. So are you an empath too, Miss B Town? How you doing, Molly? Okay. It's okay, yeah. We can't be in our right minds 24/7, okay? Okay, because yo, I'm on the verge. But girl, I've heard of people saying that they are empaths, but I never heard it described like you just described it, and I definitely understand. Yeah, it's not peaches and cream. Let me get to that. Happy New Year's, Molly says to Vashi. Happy New Year's, everybody. Miss B Town. That's why I come here a lot. I much rather come here than talk to a lot of the energy vampires in my life. No doubt. Well, what do you think, Vashi? Let me know what you think they can do. Like the energy vampires. I guess other than suck at your energy. Like I don't know. Let me know because I'm not really like familiar. Like, and it's I don't know. Just let me know because it probably has to do with the way I use energy vampire, and it may not be the way other people, but I call like anyone that changes my mood. Like even if I don't feel like you're sucking the life out of me, but like if you look, if I'm going left and and I feel like you're antagonizing me to try to make me go right when I'm going left, like I may call you an energy vampire. So let me know what you mean by that. Do you have anything specific? Okay. Jin Jin writes, I've learned to separate. Wait a minute, did I go back up? Throughout the years, I don't know if I lost my place, but I'm gonna read it anyway. I learned to separate through the years. When I was young, I was a ball of nerves because I even take in animal energy. Yes, we do, and I love animals. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And um, let me go back. And Jin, they can take in yours too. Like there's certain like especially the domesticated one. But even if they don't know you, like so, let's say if it's a stray dog or a stray cat, like they're not familiar with you. They're outside and they're passing you, and they're afraid of the humans, and they won't dare make that type of contact. But they would with you for some reason. So it's been a couple times I had to shoot at cats coming my way or at dogs. But it helps them too because I told you I protect all life. But I help them keep their wild, like so long as they're outside, like don't come up to me because then so I pretend like I would harm them to make their instincts to protect themselves from humans to kick back in. Because if they're just walking up to me and they don't know me, and I know it's something they're sensing about me, but if I'm not saying, hey, kitty, kitty, you know, people make the little noise, hey, little doggy woggy, hey, Grover, Rover. Like, if I'm not like, you know what I mean? Like, trying to get a stray dog's attention or a stray cat, why are you walking up to me when clearly you're afraid of humans? Like you're ignoring all the other humans and you're coming up to me. And sometimes with those cats, I would shoot at them, even though I know I'm not going to harm them. But it's to let them know, like, how you know you can trust me. And I feel like I'm doing that because I know the next human that they may attempt to do that with is going to kick them or hurt them or harm them. So like so long as I see them outside, like I try to kick. I do much to keep their instincts. Like I'm really sensitive to animal instincts and shit like that. I'm actually sensitive to what I call human instincts, even though it's some humans that think that they're educated who think that humans don't have instincts, and we still have instincts. And humans are still part of the animal kingdom. And with this, and I don't care if they're saying that we had more instincts way back when, during what time, but even today in 2023, we still have them. And babies, when they come into this world, they have it. They have a lot of it, of the instinct. But then something happens pretty much by the time that we send them off to school. And that instincts but babies have instincts. Yeah. And yeah, they're a baby, but they have instincts and intelligences. They come in hot, never suck the titty in their life, but come out of the world knowing to suck one. Yep. Don't look at what a baby can do. Look at what a baby does. And a baby can still feel a mother, even the mother's not touching, in a room. The baby, yeah, develops that type of bond. And a mother can feel a baby. She can be at work and start milking on her own. And it's because her baby is somewhere crying for her titty. Humans are not without instinct. They'll tell you that, but that's not true. I'll never buy into that. I'll never buy into that. I'll never. We still have some. I think we've moved away from a lot of our instincts that we had. You know, I think now today, I think our natural fighting instinct is what some people call warrior instinct. I don't know if you ever heard people speak about warrior instinct, but I believe that's that fighting instinct, you know. And some people try to take that out of our people, you know, that fight, or they'll try to like, I'm gonna make up a word, you guys, but they'll try to like genderize it, like, oh yeah, well we're just gonna preserve that quality for the men in the community, but the women, in my opinion, women have to know how to fight, and the children have to know how to fight, how a child would fight. Because it's an instinct. And babies come in this world knowing how to fight in a way that a baby knows how to fight, which is to scream out loud, to alert mama bear, okay, and daddy bear for protection. Yeah, that's a protective instinct. Also, babies blink. Like when a baby comes out of the womb, so they know how to defend themselves. They come in this world with instinct. If you put your hand in front of a baby's eye, they will blink coming out of the damn womb if their eyes aren't already open, you know. So we all have like defense instincts in us, you know, to be used. Like, and that shit is godly. Like those defense instincts, to fight against harm and shit like that, to preserve yourself, that's godly. You know, like people can put the phrase, whatever, it's the first law of nature. Fuck all of that. That shit is godly. Like that's the shit that's truly holy. Like life. Like nothing in my head is more important than life itself. Like if we were ever to worship anything physical, that's physical, if we were, and some people do, but if we ever, it should be life, if you were to do that, because nothing is more important. Nothing is more important. So, and if you say the source of life, you guys, I'm saying the same thing. When I say life, I'm talking about the source of life. You know, but yeah, like I don't really see anything more important, like, than that which is living. So when you get here and not be so fucking preachy, okay? Okay, that was my testimony or my testimony. All right, let's get it. All right. There's a reason we are empaths. Maybe it's to help people. I know living my best life, but I'm a selfish one. I don't want to help them. And yeah, I think that's more like I think that's a defense mechanism that empaths came up with to explain their existence, like, and to find good, like, in absorbing shit that's not yours. And like myself, not always being able to tell it apart from your own. I'm telling you, there's some of the shit that reaches me looks so identical to my own shit, you know, and and then I'll find out it ain't even mine, or it may feel like my own feelings, and then I find out it wasn't mine, and I'm like, I'm going through other people's shit, so it feels heavy, extra, and it can feel dark. Okay. Are we going to fight then? Yeah, because I will kill an insect. Oh, we could, and I remember, no, but I was a younger person too. I was younger, but it's these examples that I'm thinking about, like that goes back like to when I was like 9 years old, fighting people for killing slugs and shit like that. Fighting with my peers, my little male peers. I think male empaths are so cute. It's not a cutesy thing, Vashti. Lord. It's like, for some reason, I didn't kill moths, but I will destroy flies and water bugs. Yeah, and yeah, and yeah, and I still think that life is so precious. But I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like if I saw like a water bug in my crib, um, or flies in my crib, then I'm just gonna be like, oh, that's life, and that's a deserving life. I'm gonna try to get it out here without harming it. But lots of times if that becomes difficult, I will smash the thing. But I but my first go to is not to smash it. So I am that person that will open a window and try to like allow it to go out, or open the door to let the fly out. But hey, the ones that stay in, like when I get you, I'm gonna get you. You know what I mean? When I get you, I'm gonna get you. So yeah, it's not about like me wanting to live among them, but like going outside, looking in the dirt, and just killing what you find. That's the shit that leads to eventually torturing animals. And you know what? Even the practice of torturing animals leads to, like, that's connected to serial killers. So yeah, it's just like, why the fuck are you looking to kill life? I don't give a fuck what it. I don't care if it's a literally. I don't care if it's an ant. Like, why are you looking to do that? Like, some children just go in the dirt and just start stomping, and they'll be stomping at the life outside as if it's a roach in their house. That's the whole idea, and it's a disdain for life, and them not valuing life. It's like a disregard for life. And to me, that is sinful. To me, that's sinful. The God that's been faithful to me told me a disregard for life is sinful. Let me get to it. Ginger wrote, "This is going to sound strange, but I had to learn that some people aren't worth carrying their energy, and I would imagine myself giving that energy right back." Does it work, Ginger? Because I haven't mastered that, and so it's not so easy. Yeah, I can't just do it like that. Even yeah. So you guys, I told you I have to have the phone ringing. So hey, okay, and I'm still gonna get back to you. I have you in mind. Okay. Okay. I love you. All right. Bye bye. That was the best friend who I finished her. We had the same dreams at the same time on the same nights. All right. Let's see. Oh, I naturally lost myself. Okay. Vashti, isn't it weird how that works? Okay. Let me. Miss B Town wrote, "Take your time." I'm trying, Miss B Town, but I'm getting through it. I'm breathing through it. I know it's heavy. It's not the slow control breathing. I'm gonna try to get that together when I get off it. But this is kind of how I'm breathing when I'm up to you guys, like as I'm doing different tasks at work, so on. And it's not constant, but it's throughout it. Yes, it is. It's constant throughout the day, but don't think that I don't get like these common moments. They come, but as soon as they come, they go. It just fluctuates. So, but it feels good when I go like, and just push. That feels good. It feels like I'm exhaling or something. Um, okay, so Ginger wrote, "I remember that in 1980." Exactly. Ginger, a lot of people don't know about that, even when I talk about it to this day, because it was a lot to cover that up. But that went global. Like, that was the most noteworthy thing ever to happen in Philadelphia since the signing of the Declaration of Independence. If you ask me, and a lot of people don't know about that, but I happen to know family members of that group, that family. And I knew the children, but now, like today, I'm older, like their dogs, I know their children, their grandchildren, so on and so forth. Okay. Here we go with this phone. Let's get it. Okay. What is it? Oh, is it? It's here now. Okay. Thank you so much. All right, bub. All right. No doubt. No doubt. Yeah. She's telling me about a package. Hold on. Just give me 1 minute. I'm gonna grab this package. But she sent me a package. I'll be back in 1 minute. All right. Reading the chat, being here and reading the chat, and you guys following through. That has been a little escape. I'm gonna say that. Yeah, the package. I did bring the package in. So my heart rate is up because I just read outside. But that's good. Let's see. So Vashi wrote, living my best life. Well, the reason I do that is because I read the Moss. Oh, because I read that Moss could be a past loved one. Okay, trying to communicate. Okay, got you. After losing 2 major family members. Okay, within 2 years, I try not to hurt Moss. Well, okay, Vashi. My best life. Okay, so Vashi wrote, living my best life, but flies and water bugs don't stand a chance. Exactly. True. But here's the thing. Yeah, they don't stand. Yeah, like I'm not living amongst them. But so I don't want them too close and shit like that. But I could let a water bug stand a chance. But I'm just not yeah, like I could let them stand a chance. But I'm just not living among them. You know, like if I can get one out the door, I get you out the door. But you know, it really depends. But I don't want to live on an earth without flies. Trust me. Like flies really make the life cycle go that we're in. That whole food chain and all of that. Like, yeah, like we'll be in trouble with our flies. Trust me. And all that they do and what they consume. And people speak about bees as pollinating flowers and stuff like that, but flies actually do the same thing in terms of pollination, you know, and the bacteria and the bad shit that could affect us too, they consume and eat up and reduce it. So less of that shit is on Earth, you know. So they clean shit up as well. But don't eat anything after they landed. Trust me. Don't eat. If they land on it, don't eat it. I don't know if y'all know what they doing when they rubbing their hands and putting out that secretion shit. And guys, I don't know if you guys look at their mouth to see if they're eating. No, they eat through their feet. They taste through their feet. So out of that mouth, they spit out like this enzyme acid shit that breaks down the food. But like they're eating through their feet, they taste through their feet. So when they land, they're already eating. And when they rubbing them little arms and shit, they putting out that secretion shit. Oh, I don't know if you ever look close and you saw the fly, like when they're like rubbing their hands, like they'll start licking their paws and cleaning their face like a cat would clean their face. When a cat cleans their face with the paws, yeah, that's because they have like sensors there too on their hands, and it's real sensitive, you know. And they can't really function without their hands being clean, so they're constantly licking their hands, like cats are constantly cleaning themselves. So that was something I learned. Y'all know another thing, and I don't want to get off on a tangent, but do y'all know that ants practice slavery? Yes, there are like ant species that are like slave masters, and like you can kind of see how it happens. Like it's deep, but you can see how that happens. Like when they take over like another like hive. Maybe I'm using the wrong word. Like wherever ants will burrow and live, but they'll take over another colony. I guess that would be the word. But so it'd be like red ants versus the black ants, but they'll take them over and kill them all off, and then take their larvae. So they're taking the eggs. So these eggs have not hatched yet. They'll bring all those damn eggs back to their colony. So and then they'll hatch the eggs, but it has to do with the way that they communicate. So when these eggs burst, even though they're different color, they may, be like red ants. And although they may see themselves in a black ant colony being a red ant, they see themselves, because it's the way that ants communicate with each other. They have a way of communicating with each other, you guys. But they put this, it's like they indoctrinate them with information, because ants communicate, you guys. Like they have a whole fucking government with queens and shit like that, workers. They know who's on what. Anyway, so they indoctrinate them. They kind of make them like zombies. So anyway, these red ants are living among the black ants, and they become slaves because the red ants begin feeding the colony. So now the black ants that indoctrinated the red ants don't have to do anything. So they live a life like queens. Even though you're supposed to have one queen, they live a life. They don't go out and find food anymore and feed themselves. Those red ants begin taking over that work, and they come in and feed the black ant colony. It's slavery. And so, and you guys can look this shit up. They have all types of documentaries on it, so like that, including on YouTube, right? So you can just look up slave master colonies, and you'll see the whole breakdown. You might have to watch a 20-minute program, see how this shit works, but it gets deep because they do like a process in which they put something in the brains, like the ants put something in the brains of the slave ants, like to make them not know who they are. I swear to God. And so it'll be these red ones going around thinking that they're the black ants and doing all the work. Like the black ants don't even go out to feed themselves, because the red ants who they enslaved took over, and they took them since they were like larvae or some shit, like before they even hatched. Like it's deep. It's really deep. Let's get it. Okay, so that was my tangent. I need to refresh and look back at that so I can speak about it better. So Ginger wrote, when you were younger, people told us we were too sensitive. Like we can we can help it, exactly. But I still argue with people to this day, Ginger. Like that's one of my little argument points on here. Like people who say that I'm sensitive. Of course I am. I'm a little fucking empath out here. And oftentimes I'll say to them, of course I am. I'm saying gender loving, since they seem to think there's a connection with gay men and sensitivity. So yeah, I'm gonna use that to my advantage. Yeah, like I'm gay as fuck, so of course I'm sensitive. I'll take that. I've learned to toughen and not allow people to take advantage of kindness. Carrie wrote, I can still be empathetic and set boundaries, no doubt. And I think that's good, Carrie. That's you, right? I know, Jen. I know, right, Jen. It's sad, but what I love about being an empath is that we love hard. But if you cross us, you'll regret it because we're systematic. What do you mean? Because we're systematic. In what way? Like when you say systematic, are you talking about methodical? Let me know. What do you mean? Because you didn't say we love hard, but if you cross us, you will regret it because we're vindictive. You didn't say vindictive. You said systematic. What do you mean? Living my best life wrote good points. Is um, Vibrant writes very carry correct. Being an empath is different from being empathetic. True, but what do you mean, Vibrant? What do you mean? Are you saying that empaths aren't empathetic, or are you just simply pointing out that you don't have to be an empath to be empathetic? Um, because pretty much all of my empathy I give to me being an empath. So let me know what do you mean. I'm not sure. How you understand what you understand or how you see things. Vashi writes, empaths are also known as earth angels. I never heard that. Never heard that. And I probably wouldn't even like that because the term angel is in it. And like I said, like I can only speak from my experience. Like I just kind of accept it as is, but I don't see it like really as a virtue, honestly, because of the problems that come with it. Yeah, like you gotta protect this, you gotta get this off of you. You have to reflect this back to your sender and all of that. I've been there. I've been before um priestess and priestess cleaning me because of bullshit. Me getting spiritual cleansings. I'm saying you have to come back, on these cleansing, all this shit. I've done it. Okay, traveling out to Delaware, um, to see a high priestess and a babalawo. Like I've been there. Um, and that's the thing. Like other people have to wait till something is put on them. Not necessarily when you're an empath. You can put some shit on yourself. Your existence can put shit on you. Let's see. Vibrant writes, less than 2% of the world population are true empaths. There are also three categories of being an empath. Okay. I think it's rare. I don't know if I know. Well, first of all, I never even seen a statistic on how many. I just always felt like it was something that's rare. I didn't know it would go as rare as to say 2%. But if it is 2%, I feel like I'm a part of that 2%. Yeah. Which would make me like very rare. But there's a whole Vashi wrote there's a whole empath sector. I didn't know about that. Oh gosh, that must be a bullshit sector. Let's see. Um, damn, I'm just as cynical as everybody. Um, living my best right wrote. For most of my life, I didn't know. That's what I was. Wow, I never discussed the feeling exactly. And I had a lot of uncertainty, like in the previous year. I told you, other people had to bring this to my attention. And then when it never just went away and I became an adult, I think I could feel for it and test for it more. And as I began seeing like more convincing examples, I began attributing all unexplained phenomena to like, yo, I'm an empath. You know what I mean? Especially like the whole thing with the dreams thing that I explained to you between me and my best friend. So, and y'all, she's a non-black woman. Okay, been with her. Her child today is, how old is she? 13. Been with her in her college days since before she had a baby. So yeah. when she was telling me she couldn't, and I was telling her yes you can, but she was telling me she couldn't conceive, and I kept saying yes you can. Like, why are you saying that? Why is it positive? Okay, I don't want to miss anything. Okay, so Ginger writes, when you feel the energy of the dead, uh, now that's some real strange shit. I know it's hard to believe, but it's true. But Ginger, I have felt that. I felt that. But I think a lot of people can feel that. And it's mostly associated with cold temperature and the chills and how it moves into you and how it moves out of you. You know what I mean? Like how it arrives and how it departs. Like a beam would, but it's dealing with the chills and cold energy. But yeah, there is a spiritual world, you know. I don't know why, if people believe that they are a spirit and or that they have a spirit, I don't know why people don't think that there is a spiritual world. If you're saying as humans we're all spirits, but that's my belief, and I honestly believe that have had encounters, but no, I'm not going to detail. But yeah, like, but I'm going to say like I can't like sit here and say like no, I never felt like I never had an encounter like with the spiritual world. Like, no, I'm not going to say that. Like I've had some scary ass shit, but no, I'm not going to detail it because yeah, it is grounds for someone to try to make you a nutcase. Let's see. Okay. Oh yes, it's awesome. They even have 24 hours of positive reinforcement phrases and music for empaths to regain the energy that the vampires take from it. I wonder what that would be. Okay, positive reinforcement phrases. So I guess they're like affirmations. Okay, so living my best way. Okay, Vashi, you know what, Vashi? Okay, they communicating. I never get narcissists coming at me. I don't give a fuck about those bucket lunatics. My energy won't allow it. Yeah. I don't get. I get it. I do get them. Like I think it's something about me where they gravitate towards me. It's like why the fuck are you coming towards me? And I hate it when it's like I hate it when it's a narc period, but I hate it when it's like a covert narc. Yeah, like I feel like they're the worst ones, the worst narcs. Let's get it. But I feel like it's something about me that attracts them or something like that. Um, yes, and I think they feel our energy, especially when we miss them deeply, and that's why they come into our dreams. Wow. Okay. Living my best way, not doggy walkie. Oh shit. They drain your energy and leave and leave you tired. I'm afraid of all animals. Okay. Yeah. Even the human ones. um, yes, the babies do. Okay, so I guess Carrie is agreeing. Wow, I'm really not keeping up well. I guess I'm well behind in the chat. But she said, yeah, the babies do. I think she's talking about them having instinct, you guys. Yes, they come in this world with that. And they don't have to loot. My whole point is so when as newborns, when we enter the world with those instincts, in my mind, I don't think for a lot of us, they do go. But I don't feel like they have to go. And I believe it's something that kills that instinct over time. Because it seems like right about the time when they go to school, they start losing that. You know what I mean? Yeah. And y'all know when y'all talk about like females' intuition, I believe when y'all say that, y'all talking about a fucking instinct, but y'all just kind of genderizing it and putting it on the female. And I actually believe that whatever that instinct is, men have. And it's not gender specific, but perhaps I told you guys we lose it. So perhaps more females hold on to that at that time, or maybe that instinct that y'all call women's intuition. But intuition is not, it's not sex or gender specific. You know, I would imagine that men have it too, and we just don't get to be able to call it that, probably because we don't. It's probably more women that, you know, that whole phrase would be associated more so with women because they're probably like doing it more. They probably have access to that more. They probably practice that instinct more. But I don't think that because I have a penis that I'm without it. Like, so because I'm male, I'm without it. I just think that we don't get to call it anything. But I guess intuition. Um, let's see. Okay, so I'm real behind, but Bubbles wrote, Stray Cats used to like my backyard until my dog got a hold of one. It was a. I'm not even reading that. I'm going to the next one. Okay. I'm living my best life. Have you tried to get close with one? They can be good for you, dogs, cats, etc. Happy New Year. Happy New. Some of the dead I feel I don't even know. I don't really like that kind of energy, even if it's nice. I, I don't know what you mean by the energy, but if it's coming to you, um, direct them away from you. You know, yeah, like direct them away from you. Tell them they're not wanted, and they could be roaming. So you can send them back. Tell them to go back to the light. Honestly, to send them back to the light. I told you I've had encounters, and not direct them away from me. Let's get it. Yeah, and the ones that I've encountered, I don't know whether I know them or not. But I know I didn't want it. I didn't want the interaction. Like, because first of all, I already believe that a spiritual world exists. I didn't ask to see proof of it. So that's where I was coming from. And no, I don't want to well, you know what I can say? I can't say that for sure. I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna stop there. But the ones that came, I didn't recognize them, so I wanted all of them away. I don't think they knew me. I don't know what you mean by all the cries are different, but I'm behind in the chat. Y'all said he don't want to help. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, like that whole Earth Angel thing. That's no, no. We're all born with instincts. OTC wrote, "We're all born with instincts. It's whatever part of society which we were raised that teaches and molds us differently. Sometimes it enhances and sometimes it weakens. Yeah, because you have human beings saying, "No, like, well, the thing that separates humans apart from animals is that humans we don't have instinct. We rely on this, and we rely on a number of things, and you know." Instinct is part of it, and I think that a lot of that shit is dead by the time the average child is 5. It's out of them. Let's see. Okay, those empaths are emotional sponges who can absorb feelings from other people very easily. Exactly, and but here's the thing. I agree with you, Bubbles. But here's the thing. I'm a reread that statement, and I know it's correct. It sounds like how they would define it in the, you know, these online dictionaries and shit like that. But I'm gonna change the words around to kind of like personalize it to my experience. So I would write empaths are emotional sponges who can absorb feelings from other people extremely easily, whether they want to absorb the feelings or not. So that has always been my issue with my condition. So if like by definition, if it was like, yo, like we have this, if we're able and we have this ability to do that, then I would be cool with it. But so that means that it happens to me whether I want it or not. You see how that becomes a burden? So it ain't something that, because the way your statement reads, Bubble, it seems like it's something that I do, like I have this power, like I have this ability. What I'm telling you is a lot of, for me personally, it don't feel like power, it don't feel like an ability, it feels like something that happens to me. And there's nothing powerful about feeling like something is happening to you when you walking into a room and absorbing all these different things. It feels like shit is jumping on you that you're not asking to jump on you. You get what I'm saying? So that's different than saying presto, or you know what I mean? Or let me put on my psychic cap, you know, or let me get this answer. Like, no, it don't work like that. It's shit happening to you. That's just been my experience. This shit happening to me. People putting shit on you. You trying to cleanse yourself, get shit off you, shit like that. Living my best right, bro. Yes, Bubbles, exactly. Agreed. TC, right? I just wish I had skills like Bruce Lee. Okay. Very carry. Wait a minute. I hope I ain't blocked nobody. I hope I ain't blocked nobody. Okay. It's who we make contact with and the energy we surrounded with. Kerry wrote, living my best right life, rights. TC, I would be kicking ass all day if I had those skills. I know that's right. Okay, I ain't bad at y'all. Ginger writes, anyone who abuses animals can get tortured Chinese style. Exactly. I just had Kerry wrote, I just had an issue with someone who killed a grasshopper. Well, let me read this in its entirety. Okay, I just had an issue with someone who killed a grasshopper the other day. I asked her to let it go outside. It looked at it killed. Oh Lord. Okay. Yeah. Kerry, you know we share the same zodiac. Shout out to my Aquarius. I was so upset. Yeah, it bothers you. Like, especially when nothing is going on. Very Kerry in no place. And I just, yeah, like if you have a disregard for your life, take yourself out and make the world a better place. Take yourself out and leave other living things alone. That's part of the problem on Earth. And people talk about how the races get together fine, but there's another fight too, and it's between all forms of life, and people aren't even saying it. You know what I mean? Like we know about the black and the white and the police brutality, but it's like nature brutality going on, some real fucking shit, like planet brutality going on, like, and life is just not getting along. There's no harmony. Young MIA, I mastered the custodial arts perfectly. Okay. Welcome, young MIA. TC wrote, very Kerry. Let me get my throat together. Okay, my throat. Okay. TC wrote, very Kerry, and no place like Jamaica that enhance our instincts. Why? Okay, that's why we don't put up with nonsense real quick. Okay. Okay. Kerry wrote, TC, they don't want to hear the word Jamaica. How dare they say that? Okay. Not here. Not at this channel. At this channel, we don't make issues with Jamaican people. Okay? So wherever they doing that, they're gonna keep that shit over there. For real, I would be a vigilante. Okay, I love you too. Get this game. If I was to come back in the afterlife, I would be a real warrior. Kerry wrote, okay, I haven't heard a regular phone ring like that. Wait a minute, what makes you? Well, you know what? I guess because it was a house phone, but when you said regular phone, you made it sound like I had a corded phone, so it is a wireless digital one. But yeah, that's a house phone that you heard ring. But how do you know? Like it couldn't have been a cell phone. Why couldn't it have been? So let me know. Um, see, you're sounding better, y'all. And my best friend, Jin Jin, he is. We distracted. Right, it is an escape. And I told you guys I was able to smile. I put my first smile today. Um, Carrie wrote, I'm not gonna lie, I have the house phone too. It came with it. But who's supposed to be lying about having a house phone? Like who's supposed to be lying about that? Like, yeah, I damn sure do. Okay. With all I have going on, um, am I not supposed to? Um, let's see if we get this straight. I didn't give anyone the number though, so it doesn't ring. What? Well, you use it to call out and to do your business. Okay, TC, very good. I'm going to have to make one. I know that's part 12 when she say 50, but I'm not sure. Dry, Galdon, Galdon. Um, big sweaty so. Okay, okay. Vashi, Yamain, I had to end a 14-year friendship with an energy vampire. It hurt me to leave, but it hurt more to stay. Right, 14 years with an empire, with a vampire. I said empire. So that's my dyslexia, you guys. I told you my mind isn't right, but I somehow formed the word empath and vampire, empire. Okay, let's get it. I still have my house phone, but only telemarketers call. Yeah, they hit me up too, but they're not the only ones that call. People call here. We will be here, y'all. Thank you so much, Jinjin. Slave. It took me back to the principal office. That rings. Okay, I have a house phone too, and I use it to call my cell phone when I can't find it. True, 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 true. When it's in the house. But that's not the only reason I keep it. Like I still yeah, I get a lot of calls and everything. So it's an additional line that I'll never get rid of. Mm, sleep. That said was a good move. You don't need to hurt yourself so others can be comfortable. Right, right, right. How about that hurting yourself to make other people comfortable? That's something to be reflected on. We do that. You know what I mean? And never mind, I don't want to go too deep, but we do that. We do that. Um, did you do your text and had Siri read it back? I'm not sure. I use my house phone to call my cell phone if I can't find it too. Okay. Yep, Jin Jin, it's a comfortable thing, I think. Okay. Jin Jin writes, I barely answer my cell phone. I know I wouldn't answer the landline. Why not? Brick Girl, right, Carrie. Okay, Bubbles. I got rid of my landline phone a decade ago. Really? So you've been without a landline for all that time? Wow. I can't say I had. The only thing I did was get rid of the cords. Let's see. But I have a real digital phone, you know. So it's called ID when it rings, all that shit. Okay, I'm going to look at the same. I'm sorry, I'm going to look at the name of the app and tell TC, okay, I'm at the salon right now. So when I get home, okay, Barry Carey, you could just ask your phone where. Okay, where are you? I'll be lying, Siri. Where are you? She stays. I'm over there. Okay, TC said. Okay, I turn Siri off. I don't want her being those right in my exactly. Yo, Carrie. Like, oh my God, we have so many commonalities. Like, I don't need that shit lingering. those listening things and all that shit. Like, honestly. And even when you turn them things, y'all, I don't want to get distracted, but those things listen even when it's off. Because there was a case, I'll talk about it another day when am I right? But there was a case that came up that showed that they did. Like that shit records even when it's not activated. It's constantly recording. Okay. Um, yeah, there was a legal case about that shit. Let's see. When flies make me sick. Okay, then sometimes ask her twice. Heifer sounds like she has an attitude. Don't know what's going on there. A Bug's Life or okay. So I guess that goes back to when I was talking about to this unfamiliar person who come into my chat for the first time called Young Young MIA. It's difficult for me to speak, and with the little confused emojis, raw bugs life confused or the circle of life. I'm talking about like the ecosystem. Yeah, but like flies are more important to the ecosystem than humans are. Like the earth and all of its ecosystem, like if it was conscious, if the earth was conscious, it would shit humans off. And if it was smart, it would shit humans off well far before it would do flies. Because the productive order in which flies keep all other life too. You know, so by them pollinating plants and shit like that, that's dealing with oxygen. They provide oxygen for the earth and some of their work, and they keep disease down. Like humans aren't smart enough to do that. You know, humans are not smart enough not to pollute the water that they need in order to live. You see, this is why you don't. You know how people like dumb animals, and they have this hierarchy where they put humans above. No, humans are the biggest problem. So there was a gorilla. The closest species to humans are gorillas, and genetically, they're 98.9% related to humans. That's how close, 98.9. And so there was a woman who worked with gorillas and specialists, and she taught this particular gorilla named Coco human language. And it was doing sign language. But you know, also when you sign, your mouth also moves. You move your mouth as you do your hands. So this gorilla learned how to sign, and and the gorilla understood so much more and can talk back to us and communicate with humans by the name of Coco. So the woman that raised Coco died. So Coco is the gorilla. So the one that taught him all of his stuff, Coco, since she was a baby, how to speak and all that. Coco pretty much was a human. Like she sat in couches, watched television, laughed, had computers, would play games on the computer. Coco did all of this shit because primates can do that because they're so close to humans, and they can recognize self, see themselves in the mirror, laugh, they socialize, so on and so forth. They that so when the lady that taught Coco, the family spent all the time with Coco, died, they told Coco that, and Coco was able to communicate back, and Coco was very sad about the passing of her owner. She understood, and you know, she would tell them that I'm so sad, I'm gonna miss her, I love her. But then also before Coco died, now this is the gorilla. She grew old, but before she died, she said the earth, this is a gorilla talking. She said the earth is in trouble. This in recent years. The earth is in trouble and humans are foolish. This is what the gorilla said, who can talk back. Humans are foolish and the earth is suffering and in trouble. And if humans don't wise up, like everything is gonna be fucked up like beyond repair, where it's gonna be like irreversible, like irreversible damage, like where we won't be able to get back. But this is what the gorilla said before he passed. Who I would believe has instinct. Um, let's see. With the circle of life, rodents can leave the planet. Sorry, uh, no, they can't. Rodents do a lot of good to you know. There's a whole ecosystem, bro. But no, they can't actually. Um, yeah, like they can't. Those type things can't. They keep things going in ways that you'll never understand. Okay, what a conversation. Um, yes, I heard they eat with the feet. Okay, Carrie, you did hear that. Okay, flies eat. They come anywhere near me or food. Right. And yeah, like yeah, they gonna need your food. You might as well throw that shit away. You find one on it. Yeah, you're lucky. I love you because I don't want to hear that. Okay, no doubt. She says I'm over here. Um, I'm like where she sounds like she's yelling. I'm like a girl. I don't know what that is. Okay, yeah, man. Have you been watching Flies? Yeah, like over the years, stuff like that. You accumulate information about flies and what they do. You may look up like what the hell are they doing when they rubbing their hands? Like are they trying to keep warm? Like shit like that. But does that really work? Let's see. Okay, sorry, kill. But I kill flies real quick. Same here, bubbles. So, conversation. Let's see. Okay, so I kill flies on sight. Only fly. The only fly I like is Jeff Goldblum. That was cute. Remember the movie Fly? That shit was crazy. Um, and Vashi wrote that. I haven't heard that name since. You really brought that back for me. Um, Ginger writes, I leave the fly's dead body to send a message. Come on now. Yeah, it's like my son. He thinks deep. Uh, um, I didn't Nemo that. I didn't Nemo that. Does it work even if your phone is on? So I don't know what Nemo is. Um, it sounded like you were saying trying to write. I didn't know that. Let's see. Um, Bubbles right. I must need a new hobby or something. Yeah, that Bubbles or a lover. Like Bubbles, what is going on with you? Like, do you even have a partner? Okay, because I told you you had male energy, but you told me you was a female, so I accepted that. So, you know, like the only reason I say that because I can only go by like what's tight, you know. So that's me. Yeah, like I don't have much to go on, but I had thought I assumed. You remember when I assumed you were a male? So do you have a partner? Let us know. Let's see. Oh, and Bubbles, you know from the beginning, I always told you that I think that you are someone that has a main account that I know you from your main account, but you probably don't say much to me on your main account. And I think you come on your Bubbles account to kind of like chat or whatever. And I wonder why, but I honestly believe you have this main account that I would know your name. I honestly feel that way. It hasn't changed. But since we took the same thing, since we were thinking the same thing, oh my goodness, it creeps me out when I have to unplug it. He is sounding so much better as he talks. Thank you, Siri. If it works, sound much. Yeah, y'all made me lose a lot of time, but it's still not late for the visits. But I'm looking at the damn thing and it's 6, and I am gonna make this visit because it's 6 o'clock where I am, but I have up to 9. I'm not gonna wait that close to 9, but I'm gonna get through these messages and this out. Thank you guys. Say I love you and be on my visit. Okay, let's get it. If you had Brick Girl, if you had Siri, set it Set it up to work even when phones are silent. Yes, my phone is on do not disturb 90% of the time. And I'm like, hey Siri, where are you? It still works. Okay. Yes, he is. Okay. Yeah, you sound better. Okay. Support the LGBTs. Hey, I wonder what was I talking about that time. But big girl, um I was talking. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be talking. I was talking to my son, and Alexa chimed in, saying that she didn't understand what the toy is. I was like, mind your fucking business, bitch. Exactly. Mind your fucking business. Let me see. Let's sit down. You need to go sit down. It's- I mean, it's way behind. And oh wow, Carrie pointed that out. Okay, TC is always on that. Okay, I'm going forward. Yes, methodical. Wow, yeah. Okay, I'm going fast, you guys. Okay, so she wrote the lady that did my cleansing is Job. I I'm not familiar with who you are, younger May. I'm only seeing you first time, but I I did see a Yoruba piece one of the times. Okay, um, and I did. What did I do with her? We did a show. We did the shows. So that was a show reading. Okay, that was my house phone. CC. Okay, let me go through this. Don't read my comments, y'all. You were chatting about Siri. Okay, Alexa. Okay, got you. My mom was in the house. I got a cousin who tells Alexa. Okay, let me tell out of her Bombo all the time. I'm not sure what that means sometimes. And I'm reading fast, you guys, because I am behind. I have a lot of argument. See about Jamaica? Um, See, I lived in Jamaica, California, and England, so our accents be right. So it can be different. I can't tell. Wait a minute, what's that? Okay, they're talking about chopping off chickens' heads. Okay, my parents are Jamaican. Okay, so when I talk fast, it all comes on mixed out. I have a lot of language. Okay, um, very afraid. I am very afraid of chickens. Really? Um, okay. Uh, I used to take my portable. What? I used to take our portable house. Okay, here you go. So now, okay, portable house phone. It was a house part. I'm like, you had a portable house? Okay, portable house phone to school so that others would see that I'm on the cell phone. Okay, I guess you were a child then. Um, Thank you so much for dropping the cash app, Carrie. She wrote, oh damn, y'all. Been at too many. You speak it. I teach it. Okay, he said. Yeah, and how I learned the gal part is this a I kind of was familiar with that before the gal part before I teach you speak it, but there is I think she's from where you are. TC, are you like over there in Britain, London, shit like that? But there's a rapper who I listen to, and her name is Lady Leisha. And so like I listen to her music and she'd be like idiot gal. But she said a lot of different things, but and she's like Caribbean, but she's over in London. She's an artist, so let's get it. Um, but she has songs. She mixes all of that shit. She mixes like internet lingo, Black American lingo, but she's a Caribbean girl from London. So a lot of that shit like be like dancehall style, like that type of rawness she gives. But she can do all kinds of hip hop. Let's get it. Let me know if you're familiar with Lady Leisha. Okay. Let's get it. They call me ETC. I'm just here making my pot roast. Okay. I would love to have that right now. That's why I tell these annoying bitches, even maggots have a job. Right. So I understand why they behave like they belong in a dumpster. This is PG for y'all channel. Y'all know I said it much worse. Lord, I didn't even know you said it, but thanks for catching me up. I guess, GC. Who the hell is calling me? Okay. Let me call him on the other phone. Let me see. Because I can't answer that. I don't know how to do that while I'm here. So let's see. Okay. Give me a second, you guys. I'm gonna call him right now. I did warn y'all, and I have to have this phone on. Hey, where are you? Okay, so would you like 30 minutes away? Yeah, I'll be here. I'm glad you called on this call. All right, thanks so much. All right, bye-bye. All right. Whew, my cousin. Okay, let's get it. DC. Okay, someone's speaking to this. All right. There's a chimp on IG right now that won't go outside without putting on his sweats. He loves his loungewear. I ain't know that, but yeah, that's definitely, yeah, he's most likely out of his instincts. That's not a wild chimp. Wanting to be like a human. I'm 50-50 that animals were able to speak with Adam and Eve because there was a lot of deep. Anyway, I'm thinking like that's Bubble. That young MIA person is Bubbles on a different account, you guys. Teacher wrote, yeah, it's true. Look at the global warming right now. Right, and the scientists later told us what Coco said. Scientists are now saying that it, with a lot of the damage that the Earth has incurred, like it's irreversible. Some things we won't be able to get back. And y'all have to know that because there's been entire species that's been taken off the Earth. Of course, you know the animal species, but even human species. And some of them have been taken by man. Like the Tasmanian people. Like they were killed off into virtual extinction. The last one, when they died, they put her, she was a woman. And she said her fear was that when she died, because she knew she was the last Tasmanian, that they would put her into a museum. And that's exactly what those doubles did. And it took so many decades after that till they released her. Yeah, like people don't belong in museums, and do that with your ancestors. Yeah, like like people aren't like zoo items, and some people on Earth need to learn that because you know they have human zoos, and they put everyone in those human zoos except for the human animals that belong there, which was interesting. Keep them company, thank you. Insects are also viewed as a sign of future events or viewed as bad omens. Wow, I didn't know that. I mean, you remind me of my son, yeah. Oh, no doubt. I got that living my best life. Thank you so much. I feel you both are deep thinkers, no doubt. That's so aggressive. And they love attacking your face. Do they? Yeah. Oh yeah, the sweat. Yeah, wait a minute, let me see. Because it's because of the sweat. And he wants his son. No. That's nasty. Brick Girl, great talk, y'all, man. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for dropping in, Brick Girl. You're probably gone because I was so far in the chat, but thank you so much. TC, have a good one, Brick Girl. It was fun. Wait a minute. And I'm supposed to receive a call at 6:45, so I can't be out as soon as I get off from y'all. I have an important call coming in, so I have to wait and then just go down there later if I'm to do it. I might even just call since I already been there today. I just wanted to do a second thing before visiting hours ended, but I could actually call for an update and kind of keep myself calm. Every time I go up there, my anxiety shifts right back on. Um, let's see. It's fun chatting with you. Thank you so much, TC, for dropping in. Um, the woman says it's not simple. Wait a minute. The woman says it's not simple too because you have to be chosen by God. I don't know what MA is, but that could be again bubbles behind the account. Carrie is vegan. Okay. Hey, how you doing, Molly? Somebody tell Carrie hello. She blocked me. Wait a minute. She blocked me. Oh, all is well. Okay. See? But Jen Jen said hello, Gary. I'm vegan again. It's hard going back. Jen Jen said, okay, sis, I blocked her last year. Okay, whatever. Oh, yeah, check. Okay. Reminds me when UFC fan asks Nate Diaz, why does he claim being the baddest mofo when he's a vegan? Oh, Lord. I love British rap. Okay. I have. Oh, wait a minute. TC wrote, I have all her song mixes. Are you talking about Lady Lisa? Okay, because we can be up on here doing it together. Because I know the songs. It's weird people who talk about bad people when they come. Women, I need to focus. It's weird people talk bad about you, then come back being nice in your chat. Right. I don't. Okay. Oh. So that's what Carrie ran into. Okay, no, my favorite song was by her as well. Oh yeah, Wakanda Forever. And so that's in the train. Yeah. I don't know how she do it. Probably lost with the candy. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Wakanda Forever. Wakanda Forever. Yeah. But that's more recent. Do you know anything older than that? You know what I mean? Like the brush your teeth and all that shit. And your face is scary, shit like that. Like you know those things. And, you know, I can't remember the titles, but I know the damn songs. But yeah, what kind of fell? She really did flow on that one. Like yeah, but she's good at what she does. She's bad, and she's overlooked. She's really good at what she does. That's a very creative sister. She says, okay, I'll send you a plate of Mississippi. That's what I want. Like some rice and cornbread. Tintin, that sounds good. I'm putting my sketches on. I'll be there. Not sketches. You'll get a link to. This was funny. I usually catch up with the rebates. Nice catching a live. Remember, take deep breaths. I'm trying TC, but it ain't gonna work. Nails are done here, done. Nails are done here, done. I don't know what that means. I'm driving out. Okay. Listen to Lady Leisha. Yeah, wanna forever. Wanna forever. Wanna forever. Listen to Lady Leisha, wanna forever. Okay. I didn't block her in here though. Yes. Remember to breathe. Hospitals are for impaired. Wow, let me see that. Remember to breathe, y'all. Hospitals are hard for impaired. So keep in mind, yeah, like like I'm praying as I'm walking through the doors. If you like her, you will love Steph. I'm aware of stuff like that, but no, I like Lady Leisha better than all of them. And are you familiar? If you're familiar with Stefflon Don, then you must I don't like her too much, but I like Lady Leisha and Miss Banks. Are you familiar with Miss Banks from London? Let me know. She's fire to me. And she's Caribbean. Yeah, man, please make an effort to eat. I'm gonna try, Carrie. While I was on, when I told you I had to pick up the package and bring it in the door, that was some food. So, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. But I know that I can immediately go to the appointment. I'm sorry, to the visitation because I have it. I'm waiting for a call for 6:45. So I don't want to forget that because my mind is spinning. Let's see. Please make an effort to eat or this drink. Dealing with these topics can cause you to neglect yourself. Yeah, yeah. And it's not even dealing with the topics, it's dealing with this shit that I'm going through that I've been neglecting a lot because again, I was at the point where it was telling me nothing matters but this here particular thing. And that's all I could feel and be motivated towards was that one thing. Um, like sharp focus, like on this one thing. Um, Bye TC, bye y'all. Okay, they saying goodbye. Yeah, she's all right. What do you mean she's all right? I think she's better than all. Like Miss Banks is the truth, but okay. And are you and let me know, are you familiar with what's her name? Paigey Cakey? And I'm not all that gung ho about her, but I just know her because um Lady Leisha had a battle with her. First they were together. They had a little lesbian affair. Oh, my phone. They had a little lesbian affair. Wait a minute. Hello? Yeah, how are you? Okay, no doubt. Okay, all right. Bye-bye. Okay, so that was my uncle, and he's bringing more food. So he said he'll be here in 20 minutes with more food. No, oh yeah, I'm not neither. I agree with you, TC. I'm not really a fan of Paigey Cakey, but I'm not gonna lie, I do like that song Pattern by her. But you know how in the States the black people say pattern run. Okay. But I do like pattern. You don't even know the pattern. You don't even know the pattern. But I do like that. Oh, and I love now you're gonna like this. Nadia Rose. Nadia Rose. Now I do like Nadia Rose. I love me some Nadia Rose. Oh, she mentioned pattern. Yeah. Yes. She said the one. No, she got others, but that's the only one I like. She come up with some other shit, and I was like, nah, I'm not feeling it. We're gonna do a music live, but yeah, but Nadia Rose, like I could really get into her old shit, and I guess whatever current shit, but she don't drop like that. She don't drop like that, but she's fire to me, Nadia Rose. But I'm about to get off of here. That's my time up. Thank you guys so much for showing me love and dropping in here, you guys. Please continue and don't forget about the prayer. I'm thinking it like it's working, and at least it's helping supporting me. So please keep that out there, you guys. I appreciate that so much. That's all I ask, and to like the video. And if you aren't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Let me see what she writes about Nadia Rose. One receipt by Nadia School. I'm gonna look up that receipt because I'm not really familiar with that, or at least it's not standing out to me. Like, oh, I know that, so I'm gonna look it up because I love me some Nadia Rose. But yeah, have a blessed night. No doubt, living my best life. Okay, Jin. Hey, all right, peace to all of y'all, including you, Troll, Young, MIA, whoever you are. Have a good one, you guys. Let's get it. Video paused. Let's see.